Good morning students. Today in this video we will learn about the desert. The desert is the third lesson from the book An Alien Hand. So what is a desert simply? A large area of land usually covered with sand that is hot, has very little water and few plants called desert. As desert areas receive scanty rainfall, so they are extremely dry area of the earth with sparse vegetation. Yet, desert is one of the major important ecosystem of the earth, supporting a community of distinct plants and animals specially adapted to the harsh environment. So, there are two types of deserts, hot desert like Thar Desert in India and Sahara Desert in Africa, and Ladakh is a cold desert in India that lies in the Great Himalayas on the eastern side of Jammu and Kashmir, and Gobi Desert is also a cold desert of northern China and southern Mongolia. Okay, cold deserts have sand, ice, snow covered land, and they have more precipitation level. Precipitation means like rainfall, hail, and then a snowfall. All that is called precipitation. So I said that cold desert has more precipitation level than hot deserts. Okay, so let's begin the explanation to the lesson, the desert. Those of us who live in regions covered with forests and surrounded by hills may find it difficult to imagine what a desert is really like. The popular belief is that it is an endless stretch of sand where no rain falls and therefore no vegetation grows. It is dry, hot, waterless, and without shelter. But this is not entirely correct. For those who have studied it, the desert can be a beautiful place. It is the home of variety of people, animals, and plants that have learned to live under very hot and dry conditions. So students, as we live in regions, where do we live? We live in Ramnagar among lush and green forests. Okay, and this area is covered by hills, therefore it is difficult for us to imagine about a desert. How does it look like? So we people who live among lush green forest think that desert is an area of endless sand with no plants and trees, very hot and without any shade. But this is not so, because desert is not like that. The desert can be a beautiful place, maybe a home of many people, animals, and plants that are habitual of living under these circumstances. Which circumstances? Tough circumstances, that is very hot and dry conditions. Okay, now the next paragraph. True, the ground is not always hidden by a cover of grass, plants and tree as it is in other climates, but whenever it rains, which is rare, desert flowers bloom, and this sight can be as rewarding as that of any tropical garden. You can see the meanings of the difficult words to the left side of the page. Okay, and then next. A desert is not always flat, unchanging wasteland of dry sand. It may have mountains and hills. It may have an oasis, big or small. An oasis is like green island in the middle of a desert where a spring or a well gives plants and trees a better chance to grow. A desert may be hot like the Thar or could like Ladakh, but generally speaking, if a place has little or no water and vegetation, people usually call it a desert. Okay. Now the meaning of the paragraph. Definitely, we can say that the surface of desert is not covered by grass, plants, and big trees as it is in other climatic conditions like ours. But when it rains in the desert, different kinds of flowers bloom and the landscape becomes sightseeing like a garden that is situated in any tropical garden. Understand? A desert is not just a sandy flat wasteland, it may have mountains and even a green and lush and watery spot called oasis. An oasis takes shape around a water body or pond that provides different plants an opportunity to grow. A desert may be hot, like Thar Desert in India and Sahara Desert in Africa continent, or cold like Ladakh, that is situated on the eastern side of J&K. But frankly speaking, when a place has scanty or no water or rainfall and vegetation, people generally call it a desert. Okay, please note down the difficult words meaning. Tropical means hot and humid climate. Wasteland means an area that cannot be used. And oasis means green and watery spot. Now the next paragraph. Some deserts are almost totally without water. In such places, strong winds blow, raising heaps of sand and depositing them as mounds. These are called sand dunes that shift and move endlessly across the desert. Few plants can survive on such dry, shifting sand. Okay, so some deserts are almost completely without water. In such kind of deserts, as strong wind blow, okay, what do blow there? Strong winds blow big heaps of sand and deposit. What deposited? Strong wind deposit the sand in big mounds, and these mounds are called sand dunes. These sand dunes don't remain at the same place. Okay, they are tend to shift and move endlessly across the desert because they are masses of loose particles of sand, and thus they move across the ground in wind. Therefore, a very few plants can live such dry and shifting sands. Okay, they cannot live on such dry and shifting sands. Now the next paragraph, you can see the meanings of tough words here. Mound mean a large pile of earth or soil. Sand dunes mean a hill of sand made by wind. Now the next paragraph, here is an exercise. You can see it and solve it in the notebook. All living things need water in order to survive. The few plants and animals that live in desert have developed the ability to require less water than most plants and animals. The camel, popularly known as the ship of the desert, can drink a lot of water at one time. Camels can do without water for days together. The reason is the sweat very little. They sweat very little. We sweat because we must keep our body temperature constant. We sweat when it gets hot and this cools the body. Camels can stand high body temperature. They don't need to sweat and can therefore retain the water they drink for long periods of time. See the meanings? The left side of the page. Typical means like most people or things. Ability means the mental or physical power. Now the meaning of the paragraph. All living things including plants and animals need water to live, but desert creatures and plants require less amount of water than the plants in tropical regions. Camels can live without water for days together. That's why it is called the ship of desert. The reason being behind, they sweat very little. Okay, we humans sweat when it gets hotter. The sweat keeps the body cool. Okay, the sweat keeps our body cool, thus controls the temperature of the body. It cools our body. Camels can stand high body temperature. Understand? They conserve water by not sweating as much as humans. Means they use water contained in their body efficiently. This helps camels and other creatures and plants live successfully in the desert. Hence, retain the water they drink for longer time. Understand? You can see the meanings of tough words to the left side of the page. Sweat means producing liquid through the skin. Constant means happening all the time. Retain means to keep. Burrow means a hole or tunnel in the ground. Now the next paragraph. The smaller desert animals don't drink water. They burrow underground during the hot day and come out at night to eat. Some of them eat other animals and get the water they need from the moisture in the meat. Others eat plants and seeds and get the water they need from plants' juices. Many other small desert animals are so good at water retention that they get all the water they need from their food and never have to drink water. They never have to drink water. These animals move underground by digging long tunnels and remain there during the hot day and only come out at night to eat in order to avoid loss of water during the day in the scorching sun. Some of them eat other animals to get water from the moisture in the meat or flesh. Some other animals eat plants, seeds containing good amount of water in them in the form of juices. Now next paragraph. Desert plants also adapt themselves to the life they lead. Cactus plants store water in their thick stems. Their roots lie close to the surface of the ground and quickly absorb the moisture from the light rains that occasionally fall. The major feature of all desert is, of course, dryness, variations of temperature. In humid climates, the moisture in the air acts like a blanket and protects the earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. The absence of this blanket in the desert lands causes the desert to heat up rapidly during the day and to cool off rapidly at night. Deserts are an important part of nature's great plan. They are there like the dense forest and the deep oceans. Just because they are hot and dry, one should not look upon them as useless part of the earth. Now you can see the meanings of difficult words here. Retain means to keep. Burrow means a hole or tunnel in the ground. Now the meaning of the paragraph. Desert plants also adapt themselves. So desert plants also well adjusted. What is the meaning of adapt? You can see in the next page. To fit suitably according to the situation. And absorb means to take in or hold something. Occasionally means sometimes but not often. Now the meaning of the paragraph. Desert plants also well adjusted or fit suitably to the desert life in which they live. Like cactus store water in their thick stems, actually they store water in their leaves. They quickly absorb moisture even from the little rains that occurs occasionally in the desert. The major feature of all deserts is dryness and differences in temperature. Like in desert area, there is much or big difference in day and night temperature. Nights are comparatively cooler than days. Since the air lacks moisture, the desert gets heated up rapidly during the day, causing higher temperature and cools off quickly at night. In humid climates like tropical climates where rain is plenty, the moisture in the air becomes just like a blanket and protects the earth from the harmful ultraviolet rays. from the sun. But such kind of blanket or atmosphere is not available. It lacks in desert lands. Consequently, the deserts tend to heat up tremendously during the day and to cool off swiftly at night. Okay, but deserts are equally important part of the earth. They are certainly a gift of nature to everyone. As such, their importance is the same as that of other resources like forests and oceans. And most noteworthy, we should not look down upon desert lands, but rather they should be considered as a blessings of the nature. That's all about the chapter, the desert. Thank you so much.